Hello, good morning, and welcome aboard to AM News. My name is Denisia Pomaije, and our very first story. The race for the Ayawasu East parliamentary seat has officially entered a decisive phase after the Electoral Commission cleared all 5 aspirants and confirmed their positions on the ballot paper. The announcement paves the way for intensified campaigning across the constituency ahead of the by-election. Campaign activities are already gathering momentum in Nima and surrounding communities as candidates roll out their final outreach strategies. My colleague Stephen Mensah has more in the following report.
Ayawasu East parliamentary seat will be Baba Jama Mohammed Ahmed on the ticket of the NDC at number 1 on the ballot paper. He will be followed closely by Ibrahim Idrisu of the LPG party as number 2 on the ballot paper. For the New Patriotic Party, they will be represented by Baba Ali Yusuf as number 3 on the ballot paper. Then comes the 2 independent candidates, Omar Sanda at number 4 and Kano David as number 5 on the ballot paper. For the Electoral Commission, all candidates have fulfilled requirements needed for balloting.
Well, the next step will be, the printing of the notice of poll. Printing of poll will be, consist of the pictures. For the notice of poll, we are going to have the pictures of the candidates and their details. Yes, the 5 have satisfied the requirements of the EC.
For the NDC, Ayawasu East constituency represents a major stronghold for the party. One, they are not willing to compromise.
We are kickstarting our campaigning tomorrow to prepare for the 3rd March elections. He is going to win. This is our stronghold. We are not prepared to lose this seat.
But even as the campaign season has officially begun, the NPP is raising concerns about the electoral process.
The New Patriotic Party is on the ground. We are engaging with the people of Ayawasu East. We are selling our candidates. You see Baba Ali to them. He is known as the homeboy. He is liked by the people. We are praying to the Almighty God that come March 3, 2026, the good people of Ayawasu East will see the need to vote for the candidate sponsored by the New Patriotic Party to represent them in Parliament and ensure that we will have, as a democracy, a growing and developed constituency in this region. So, New Patriotic Party is very confident that if you look at the manner with which the constituents came together to select and acclaim our candidate, it tells you how we are as a united front to prosecute this agenda. I must say that I'm very confident that the mood of the people, the leadership of the party in the constituency, support from the regional party and national party, the New Patriotic Party is ready, and very much ready so to go into the contest and snatch the seat. We are only appealing to the IGP and his men and women to ensure that we will have a very peaceful environment for EC to conduct this all-important exercise.
From the Electoral Commission's office here in Accra, I'm Stephen Mensah, reporting for Joy News.
Away from the Ayawasu East by-election, Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman has announced that government will soon begin the implementation of the Women's Development Bank initiative to support women-owned businesses. According to her, although there have been claims that the bank's rollout has delayed, government does not intend to rush the process and will instead ensure a progressive implementation process. More in the following report.
The Women's Development Bank is expected to be a game changer for many women, strengthening their businesses and easing access to loans. Amid concerns about delays in its rollout, Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman says the process is far advanced and the bank will soon become operational. She gave the assurance at the 65th end-of-year gathering and General Assembly of the Greater Accra Markets Association.
Some people have questioned the delay in rolling out the bank. I would have been happier if it had come earlier, but you need to take your time when doing anything properly. I can assure you that steps are far advanced to start the bank.
President of the Greater Accra Markets Association, Mercy Afrua-Nijan, expressed gratitude to the Vice President for the initiative. However, she raised concerns that the refusal of some importers to reduce prices is negatively affecting market women.
We have seen the reduction in fuel prices and the improvement in the value of the cedi against the dollar. However, we are very worried that importers have refused to reduce prices of goods in the markets. And this is affecting our members and consumers.
Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Akulu assured the traders that government will look into the matter and engage the relevant stakeholders.
Going back to the table to see how best they will resolve that issues. And like you said, some people, that is what they told us, that they have previous goods that they've not sold yet. But the fact that you've not sold goods here doesn't mean that you cannot reduce the prices.
Accra Metropolitan Chief Executive Michael Alote also pledged to work relentlessly to ensure the city is decongested and made more business friendly.
I'm a young man. Your Excellency Dramani Mahama knows there's a time for a young man to shake Accra. So I'm here to make sure that shake will work. And you can see, since assuming office, I have never sat down. I'm not an office person. I'm always out there. So I'm training very well. I'm training very hard to make sure Accra will be fixed.
The engagement forms part of government's broader efforts to deepen collaboration with market leaders and ensure that policies aimed at empowering women and strengthening local businesses deliver real impact. For Joy News, Fatau Bayaga, Accra.
Well, the NDC caucus in Mfantseman municipality has thrown its weight behind the municipal chief executive, Eric Stanley Akwa, describing him as one of the most proactive and results-oriented MCs the municipality has had in recent times. Addressing a press conference, the Deputy Communications Officer of the NDC in Mfantseman, Cosmos Yakubu, emphasized that the MCE has made significant contribution toward improving key sectors in the municipality, including health and education. According to Mr. Yakubu, these interventions reflect Mr. Akwa's commitment to accelerating development and enhancing the quality of life for residents.
The press conference comes in the wake of widespread criticism against the municipal chief executive of Mfantseman, Eric Stanley Akwa, over inadequate efforts to drive development in the municipality. However, addressing the media, the Deputy Communications Officer of the NDC in Mfantseman, Cosmos Yakubu, strongly defended the MCE, outlining his contributions across key sectors including education, health, sanitation and security, all aimed at improving the living conditions of residents.
Under his leadership, sanitation has been improved significantly through the introduction of the electoral area cleanup exercises initiative. Security agencies within the municipality have received logistic support, contributing to reduction in crime. Healthcare delivery is being strengthened through the ongoing construction of 2 fully furnished cheap compounds with nurses' quarters at Emisokrom and Befikrom. Educational infrastructure is being improved. These are all projects that when you go to site with your cameras, you can see work ongoing progressively. Soon, they will all be ready for use by the citizens of Mfantseman. In addition, work is expected to commence on the completion of the abandoned 96, this store we are talking about, 96 lockable stores CODA project at the old Ejimaku station, which will promote local economic development.
He further outlined the MCE's efforts to upgrade the Mfantseman Municipal Assembly and rehabilitate market areas within the municipality, portraying Mr. Akwa as a hands-on and proactive leader committed to development.
Stakeholder engagement has also been spearheaded to ensure the smooth implementation of the 24-hour market project, a flagship initiative of the government of Ghana. Furthermore, the Municipal Assembly Office block has undergone renovation. When you go towards Cape Coast, you also see another market at Anumabo, which is also almost 90% complete, pending operational. So the MCE is working hard to ensure that this market is open. We can see the MCE is accessible. Baby Aoho, he's everywhere. So we are saying that this is the kind of leadership we are looking for. We are not looking for a leader who will sit in the office enjoying the air condition and the beauties, but he's always out there going around, engaging people, talking to people, getting views as to how he can best improve the lives of the citizens of Mfantseman, entrusted in his care by His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama.
From Mankesim, Abigail Lissel Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
From the central region, let me take you to the Ashanti region. Some mothers of babies born with cleft lip and palate are reportedly wrapping their infants in polythene bags to shield them from societal stigma. Health officials at the National Cleft Center in Kumasi say the trend highlights deep-rooted discrimination against affected children and their mothers. Meanwhile, government is working to integrate cleft care into the National Health Insurance Scheme and the primary healthcare system, advancing efforts toward universal health coverage.
1 in every 770 children is born with a cleft. These children are usually born with a split in the upper lip or palate when facial structures fail to fuse properly during fetal development. Breathing, eating, and talking become difficult tasks for children with such conditions. Although there are no known causes, cleft lip or palate is primarily considered a multifactorial disorder resulting from a combination of genetic factors and environmental influences. When left untreated, these children frequently experience stigma, bullying, and social isolation. The National Cleft Center, first of its kind in Africa, is changing the narrative, bridging both care and social equity associated with the disorder. Professor Solomon Obriabwa is the head of the center.
There has been situations where mothers carry their babies in polythene bags. Yes, because they don't want anybody to know that they are bringing their child to the hospital. They don't want anybody, they think that, oh, that some clothes that are packed. Some mothers come here with their babies in polythene bags so that nobody will see them. So it's a big thing, it's a big deal. And what we do is that because of all these challenges, series of professionals needs to come together to take care of these children with cleft.
The facility, constructed by Smile Train, the world's largest cleft-focused non-profit organization, has provided support to more than 3,000 free primary cleft surgeries in Ghana since 2003. The organization is focused on empowering families to seek free, safe, and high-quality care through its nationwide partner network to ensure holistic support for economic and social growth. Susanna Schaffer is the president and CEO of Smile Train.
Cleft care, which includes surgery and all of the comprehensive care that goes along for a patient to have a full and successful cleft journey where they can go on and thrive. And we see that as investing in local capacity, building sustainability. Through that, we are strengthening health systems overall, but that wasn't our initial goal. It was the focus on cleft care.
Cleft care is currently not integrated into Ghana's healthcare system, prompting urgent calls for no child to be left out of the universal health coverage. Director of the Medical and Dental Unit at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Ernest Esiedu, assured of plans to incorporate the initiative into the national health policies.
In terms of the stigma and the discrimination around this, it's something that we do not want to accept. And so the idea of the universal coverage, saying that leaving no one behind and making sure that health is made available to all without any financial barrier is something we are promoting. Currently, what we're doing as part of the partnerships and also to ensure sustainable financing, you know that the current government has proposed the free primary health care and also the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. However, in the in-between, which is the National Health Insurance Scheme that has been in existence for a while, we're looking at the opportunity of looking at some of these things. So when I get back to the ministry, these are some of the recommendations I'm going to bring back to the Chief Director.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
Well, the Joy News Impact Maker Awadi and CEO of Bahas Foundation, Ayawasu Baba, is appealing to government and benevolent individuals to support the construction of a permanent mental health facility for inmates. The Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center, the only facility of its kind in northern Ghana, currently operates from a rented compound costing 30,000 Ghana cedis. Relocating to a permanent site, he says, will reduce cost and improve care for the 46 inmates. He made the appeal when the Supreme Court Judge Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kulendi donated food items and 5,000 Ghana cedis in support of this facility. Rafiq Salam reports.
One of the biggest challenges faced by the owner and chief executive officer of the Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center, Ayawasu Baba, is the irregular and inadequate food available to take care of the feeding needs of the inmates. Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center has a current population of 46 inmates drawn from different parts of the country, including Bimbra and Kumasi. It is the only mental home and rehabilitation center in the northern enclave of the country. The cruel reality, however, is that some of these inmates have lost their memories and are unable to tell where they are from. Others have also lost touch with their families and are therefore being catered for at the Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center. Majority of the inmates came to the facility as a result of the intake and abuse of illicit drugs and opioids. Ali Ramadan hails from Kumasi, Alaba, and a professional teacher. He had a surgeon sometime in the United Arab Emirates, returned to the country and got into drugs. He was brought to the facility by an uncle for rehabilitation.
That after 3 months, I will go back to where I come from. So for now, I've abstained myself from the drugs, and I am willing to change some of my friends and my families who are even in Kumasi, where I come from, who they are taking this kind of drugs and what it is doing to us. It is really affecting the youth, and it is really affecting the children of tomorrow. So I wish I would have to talk to some of my friends and families who are back in Kumasi so that we will have a rehabilitation center just like this in the Kumasi center, so that we can change a lot of youth and change a lot of lives.
So clearly means that this mental home is of benefit to you?
Yeah, it has brought a benefit to me because it has helped me abstain from the drugs.
Okay, what drugs were you taking?
At first, I was taking marijuana.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but now?
But now, inshallah.
But what were you, were you schooling?
Yeah, I am a teacher. I completed Akukeri College of Education.
The daily burden and survival of the almost 4 dozen inmates at the mental home and rehabilitation center depends solely on the financial muscle of the 2023 Joy News Impact Maker Awardee.
You can see that they are the only people society have rejected on the street. So I've decided to take them from the street to make them, giving them hope so they can go back to society.
Concerned about the price of the inmates, Supreme Court Judge Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kulendi visited the mental home and rehabilitation center and donated bags of rice, maize, assorted drinks, and cash amount of 5,000 Ghana cedis for the upkeep of the inmates. Justice Yoni Kulendi commended the Bahas Mental Home and Rehabilitation Center Chief Executive Officer for the initiative and the priceless care given to the inmates.
It's a real ministry and the real worship of God.
Yeah.
And that I think he is a prophet, he's a bishop, he's an imam, he's a sheikh. More than most of the people who say they are these things. Yes, he is, because this is real ministry. So we will try. We pray that this is not our our last visit, but this will be the first, which means we'll come again and again. He has a project trying to find a permanent facility for you people and others. And I've said that any of us, it's just the grace of God, it's the mercy of God. Any of us could be in the position you are in. So any of us could be standing here. And there's our brother standing there. We grew up with him, same neighborhood, this is his bigger brother. And I'm his brother too. So it's unfortunate, but we have a duty as human beings to help cushion you guys and make your life a little comfortable. and pray to God for your deliverance and for your healing and for your restoration.
The inmates are currently living in a rented compound house and required to pay annually at least 30,000 Ghana cedis. Ayawasu Baba used the opportunity to appeal to the government and benevolent organizations to help in the ongoing construction of a permanent home for the inmates at Gole.
I pray and hoping that we have a structure or a land where we've put him up a structure. So we are appealing to a general public, individual and organizations and politicians to come to our aid. We need our permanent home. You know, looking around the northern sector, there's no mental home apart from Bahas mental home. This is a very big challenge to the northern sector. So people from other places like Kumasi, Tamale, Bimbla, and other savannah regions, they are all here. It's not only for only Wa or Wa Central, it's for Ghana.
Reporting for Dway News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
It's now time for some business news, but first, let's check how the cedi is trading against other major currencies on the currency market. Now, the General Agriculture Workers Union, GAU, has disclosed that while the farm gate price adjustment for cocoa is not ideal, it is a step in the right direction to ensure the sustainability of the industry. Government yesterday announced revised farm gate cocoa price of 41,392 Ghana cedis per ton for the 2025-2026 season, citing the need to balance the needs of farmers with the realities on the global market.
It's not just like they are oblivious about what happens in the global market. They've known that, they've seen that prices are far low in the world market, far lower than what they are receiving in the country here. And this is not sustainable. So I believe that it is a compromise price level, and government will need to go out through Cocoa Board to reach farmers to let them know that this is what can be done at the moment to save the farmers, to save the industry, and then to make sure that cocoa has a future. Otherwise, if we don't take care to deal with this crisis, and when there's a crisis like this, it's not each party or stakeholder who is involved must be ready to lose out something in order to save the crisis. It cannot be that one stakeholder will benefit or continue to maintain what it used to have, and then the others will lose. So it is for all the stakeholders, and I entreat the farmers to appreciate it from this angle, that we are in a crisis state, we need to deal with the crisis. And when there's a crisis state, every stakeholder would have to be ready to contribute some level of sacrifice to deal with the crisis.
Also, team lead for the Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program, Juliana Ufori Kakari, has pledged support for small and medium enterprises in the tree crop sector through targeted funding opportunities. Speaking at a matching grant award signing ceremony, she explained that the initiative is designed to help promising SMEs scale up, strengthen their operations, and improve competitiveness within the sub-region.
The Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program's Matching Grant Award signing ceremony was held to recognize 10 SMEs that successfully navigated the competitive selection process and demonstrated the capacity to sustainably enhance their value chains while maintaining global competitiveness. This grant falls under one of the 3 implementation modalities named the Implemented by Development Partnership in the Private Sector. According to team lead for the program, Juliana Ofori Karikari, this phase of the program reaffirms their commitment to support SMEs in the value chain to grow and be profitable.
We are looking at the area that will support the private sector to improve, to grow, and to be able to have access to market as far as the environment is concerned, not only locally but also internationally. And this is a grant where you provide a counterpart and then we also provide the other leg. If it is about equipment, we are providing 50% and the business will also provide 50%. If it's about certification, you provide between 30 and 20% depending on your abilities. And when I say on your abilities, I'm looking at your turnovers at the end of the year, what you are making and what we should be able to do to support you to grow and to also sustain yourself as far as your agribusiness is concerned.
Chief Executive Officer of the Tree Crops Development Authority, Dr. Andy Okra, commended the program and the Swiss State Secretariat for Economic Affairs for their efforts in improving the cashew and oil palm industry.
We have this aspect where Ghana Competitiveness Program is supporting the value chain actors, where they are granting or they are giving grant, matching grant, to support, to scale up whatever processing and value addition they are undertaking. And it is very key. Last year I saw one, and this year too, part of the program we are supporting 10 people under cashew and oil palm. And this is very good. And I commend that they continue to support this aspect because there are a lot of people who need that support. And I want to say that if we continue this way, then the president's vision of value addition and processing and industrialization will be achieved. And we want to commend Swiss government for what they are doing.
The Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program is expected to boost growth, innovation, and resilience among SMEs in Ghana's tree crops sector. The ceremony also served as the launch of the 3rd matching grant call.
Let's now get updates from the commodities market. That's it for business. That's it for AM News. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Denise Apomaje. Up next is sports. Enjoy the rest of the show and have a very lovely weekend.